doing that real quick. Okay. This is the end of my week, so this is the last of this week. Sunday, I have we're talking astrology. Usually, there's some politics.
Lay down, baby.
Politics involved,
Okay,
just
Kat,
because our world affects us all anymore, the astrology and the politics. I chat with my members, and then Tuesday I am taking a self-care day, and I'm going hiking and gonna go find me some wildflowers in the hills in the gorge, which is the gorge is the Columbia River that separates Oregon and Washington. That's called the gorge. And there's some beautiful wildflowers when you go hiking up into those areas. And I am going to do that. Then Wednesday, I'm doing a collab with Scott, Scorpio Sun Tarot, on his channel Wednesday. And that's my week.
Wow.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And Cleo, what have you got going on besides doing this show and Scuttlebutt, which is a Band-Aid
Tree Media. Yeah, that's my new channel with Pearl, which is Colleen, my sister. And yeah, we've been doing that now. We've got a few videos out, and we're working on getting more subscribers. And I think we have like over 100 subscribers, and that's because of you guys allowing me to talk about my new show on your shows. And it's also because of the chatters over here that are so good about helping me out, because otherwise we'd have no subscribers. So if anybody feels like it, go over to Band-Aid Tree Media and subscribe. And that's where the Scuttlebutt with Cleo and Pearl is the show. And Scuttlebutt and Band-Aid Tree Media is the channel. So, yeah, please do that, because that really helps. But as far as other shows, like tomorrow, I'm doing the Cool Crone Oracle, and I think Marina will be there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's actually changing it to the, I think she's changing it to the name to the Crone Oracle. But that's coming up later in the month, I believe. But anyway, so yeah, she'll be doing that. And yeah, that's about it for now.
Aren't you cool anymore?
Fabulous.
I don't know. I think she decided she wasn't cool anymore. Yeah, no, I think she just wanted to shorten it up.
Yeah, that could be. And how about you, Sherry?
Or she just lost her cool and that's it.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Tomorrow night I'm doing backstage for Colleen, so I'll see Marina and Cleo. And then I'll be doing backstage for Arthur for his members only live stream that he does on Friday nights. And then I'm going to kick back and watch a movie after that, and maybe catch up on a few videos that I'm behind. And Saturday is my monthly deep dive with Nate. That's pre-recorded. We do that on Zoom on his channel, and then he'll post it sometime Saturday or Sunday, depending on his schedule. And then I will be live on Jackie B's channel at 2 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, and then at 5 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday. So Jackie B on Saturday, and then at 5 o'clock on Saturday, I'm doing a Mother's Day special with Dr. Ann in New Zealand, and Slumber Party Saturday night, and that's about it. So,
wow.
And Sunday is Laundry Day and Collapse.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you're going to be on the Cool Crone, because we always need help with that. So
I enjoy doing that. So it's a lot of fun. I get to hang out and just chit chat with people, and I don't have to concentrate on questions or anything. Just let everybody else just kind of roll with the flow there. So.
Well, it's a big help. It's a big help. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Absolutely. So yeah, again, tomorrow I'll be on the Cool Crone. That's at 5:30 Mountain Standard Time. Sorry. And then at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Allie is going to join me for Story in the Cards.
Oh,
So
wow. Good.
looking forward to that. And on Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Elspeth Tremblay, the painting healer, is going to be joining me. And we're going to do something a little different. I've got a couple topics, things, people, whatever, floating in my head that I thought I could do some readings on. And she's going to be doing the live painting while we're doing the show.
Ooh.
So that should be
Nice.
interesting. I can't wait to see what happens, right? What comes up and so on. So that is going to be that's going to be a lot of fun. Yes. So I am looking forward to that. Again, don't forget, if you're interested in booking a reading or finding out what kind of classes, courses, things that I have on offer, you can always go to my webpage, which is marinasheartcentertarot.com. Take a look at what's available. You can book a 30-minute reading, an hour reading. You can do a class. You can also purchase a gift card. And a gift card it's something that you can gift yourself if you want, absolutely, but you can also gift someone else. And what you're gifting them really more than anything else is an experience. It's something that they're going to remember, and it's something that it's going to be meaningful in their life. Right? You're going to give them a card if you want, if it's a birthday or something else, and that's fine. And they'll have the card up for a little while, and sooner or later it ends up in the recycling and so on. The experience is something that just gives and gives and gives. So go over, take a look. And I know Judy does readings. Sherry does readings as well. So if you're interested in booking a reading with them, reach out to them, send them an email, say, hey, what's involved in getting a reading? I'm sure that they'll be more than glad to tell you and take it from there. So there you go. That's a business end of things. That's what's happening on the business end of things. So thank you, you guys, for being here. And just quickly, I'm going to say hello to artist Liz, Deanna G, Jackie B. Thank you, Jackie B, for saying hello and keeping an eye on everything. Nibs 55. We've got AKK 3354. Sylvia, Bit Intuitive. Irene. Patrick Duncan. Hello, Dr. Patrick. Debbie Smith. Who else? Irene 4120. Artist Liz, I think I said. James Spear, hello James. And for the rest of you, that if you're just sitting back and listening, absolutely you can do that. Debbie Smith, Barb Fisher, Kathleen Bourgeois. I think that is probably everyone. So thank you. If I've missed you, believe me, it's never anything personal.
Well, I like Janice Outdated. I haven't seen her before. I love that.
I like that name. Yeah.
Yes.
Artist Liz.
I love that name. Yeah.
Artist Liz is
great.
getting ready to start her channel up. So
Yay.
Nice. Absolutely.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just got off a show with Sylvia from A Bit Intuitive too.
Yes.
So we went from there, and so I think some people followed over. So thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So welcome. And if you just want to sit back and listen, that's okay. Whatever we're talking about, if it resonates with you, it's going to resonate with you, whether you're here live or you're watching it in repeat. So
we'll take any way we can get you.
Exactly. So I thought that we can start off with something that I found a little amusing, and that was the other day at the White House when Donald Trump and of course his lovely wife Melania, they had a get together for some of the military mothers, and Melania gave a speech about Donald, and she said, you know, people see him as a very strong leader, and you know that in charge of the military, but a lot of people also don't realize how much how empathic he is. People in the room laughed to the point that she kind of went, the last little part, he is, and she was smiling and looking over at him.
And the room burst into laughter.
Yes.
It
Yes.
just shows you how
Oh
far out of
my
touch
God.
she is.
Yes.
Well, she got paid.
Well, she says what she's told to say. So
Yeah,
you know,
she had a new clause in her
she's an
contract
owned
added
and
in.
trained.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So given that she cares about her husband so much, and you can tell this is a love story, man. This is, you know, I can't imagine.
One for the
anyone-
ages. Disney will make a
Yes.
movie of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I thought maybe we might pull some cards and let's find out, does she love him enough to put him in care, knowing that he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Depends on how much money she gets out of the deal.
Oh, yeah. Bingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
I just-
gosh.
Man, oh man, can you imagine that?
All she
Yeah.
has to do is throw a dollar bill off the balcony and go, Donnie, look, there's money falling, and he'll jump over after it. And
Yes. Yeah. What
He
is
won't be far behind him
he'll
either.
try to jump, but he'll end up just falling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely.
He'll
Oh
roll
my
over the
God.
balcony and drop.
Oh my God. I got health regulation, successful outcome. I think she will.
I mean,
think
you
she
win. Do we
just
need to read anymore? I mean,
Yeah, really.
Yeah. There you go.
Surprise attack,
oh.
shifting alliances.
Yeah.
all
I got-
depends on who has the biggest wallet.
Yes. Yes. And what'd you get, Judy?
I got the lover's card, and of course, the lover's card, one is not really truly there. One is opaque, and decisions. What do I do? What brings me the most money? I mean, it's all about the money, but you know, in the end, the sort of truth kind of hurts.
Well, it could be that. It could
Oh.
also be, do I keep the life support going or do I charge my phone? You know, people are trying to get in touch with me. And I'm getting down, to 10%. So what am I going to do? Yeah.
You know, it's so awkward to see them together, and he's trying to hold her hand, and she's like, "No," or maybe it's the other way. Yeah, just like,
Yes.
"Man, get out of here," and it's embarrassing.
Well, you know when there's her double. Whenever it's her double and not her, the double will let him touch her. She won't have anything to do with him. The doubles will let him touch her or hold the hand, or he'll touch her back, or he'll try to go in for a little peck of the on the cheek, and they'll let him do it. I think she has a couple of different ones, but when it's actually Melania, she won't have anything to do with him. She's like, get away from me.
And it is very awkward. It's very awkward to see them acting like that, and I'm just like, and they're acting like maybe people don't see. I've seen like
Yes.
50 different things on shorts where they're continually showing him trying to hold her hand and her not interested, and it's embarrassing
It's never
for
been a love
them.
match between them. It has always been a transaction. Him
Yes.
on how much money's in his wallet, and her how much money he's going to give her.
Yes.
And that's what it comes down to. And when he
Well, and
needs
how
a
much
certain
money is
dollar,
prenup?
right?
Mhm.
Well, when he hits a certain dollar amount,
There you
then
go.
she'll
That's it
provide
right
another
there.
service, which she
Mhm.
doesn't provide the next service until the dollar amount goes up. So every time you see her do
Yep.
something new, it's because there's been a new negotiation on the contract and they've added something in.
Absolutely.
And then Mivs 55 says
Ms.
touching
Ms.
costs extra.
55 says touching costs extra.
Yes. Exactly.
That's true.
She is entertainment purposes only. Yes, she is very much living up to her past. You know, you just leave the money on the dresser.
Mhm.
And she doesn't even live in the White House with them.
No.
She doesn't
Yeah,
live in the
she
same
doesn't
state
even have
with
to sleep
Yeah.
with them anymore. She doesn't have to do anything. You know, maybe in the beginning
Yeah.
that's the way it was, but after that it's like,
Well,
okay.
No, in the beginning, she's left
Wow.
the long
Yeah,
enough to
he
make sure
doesn't.
there was a baby.
I don't know that it's ever been consensual.
Yeah.
He's always taken what he wants and has purchased what he wants
It
in the
makes me
story.
wonder, in the beginning, did she have to dress up like in the little Girl Scout type dresses or the little girls with the knee sock type dresses to get him to be interested? Because even in the
Yeah,
beginning,
she
she was
worked
too
for
old for him.
Epstein.
Yes.
She
Yeah,
worked for
and-
Epstein, so she was part of the transaction.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
bought
Right,
her.
but even back then, she was too old for him.
Yeah.
So, did she have to dress up like a 12-year-old to
Well, she
get his
served a
attention?
purpose.
Absolutely.
She served a
Absolutely.
purpose. She served the image. She could breed,
Yes.
all of that.
She helped him rise to the occasion when she performed her roles.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Very
Ew.
interesting wording,
Ew.
Sherry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
trying to keep it nice. I don't want Melina to get in trouble.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So there we go. So we think that yes, she'll probably is going to pull the plug on him, and that's okay. And you know what? I think that there is going to come a day when Jimmy Kimmel's joke is going to reflect more truth than joke about her looking radiant as she's waiting for widowhood.
You know, I did notice that the network didn't take the bait from Trump about trying to fire Kimmel. I mean, because it's just so stupid. Nothing he said had anything to do with hate or anything. It was a joke. It was a bad joke, I thought, but it was a dumb joke. But yeah, they're not going to fire him over something like that.
No.
And everybody's looking around like, really, you've taken these whole things a little bit too far. Your act of revenge on everybody is getting very boring. And then if you saw the interview with Stephen Colbert and Barack Obama, and they were talking about, basically the thing about revenge, that Barack
Yes.
Obama was saying, this is, the president office is not the place for that. And he was very, very careful how he worded everything. So what did they come out with the next day from the White House? I don't know who the hell said it, but they called Barack Obama a classless moron. Wow. I'm thinking, oh
Wow.
God, look in the mirror. Look, there's the
Exactly.
I love
Yes.
that Barbara Hart Love just put in the chat. I didn't know this was a family show.
Yes, ma'am. We'll talk about anybody's family. Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
He just feels threatened by him, so he's going to try to gaslight everybody,
And yeah, exactly. And we know whatever they
because
accuse
everybody
others
idolizes
of
Obama.
is
Thinks he is the classic idea.
Yes, absolutely. The doctor who came up with the Montreal cognitive test has come out and said that, that the fact that Donald Trump is talking about, oh, yeah, I've taken that test, I aced it. The doctors have said no one has ever scored perfect, and I scored perfect. The guy said it's not an IQ test. It's not, it doesn't test your IQ. It tests your short-term memory. It tests, how you function and so on. And it's designed so that you can see if there's a regression in memory and so on. So the fact that he has taken more than one, that's not a good thing.
No,
There's a problem.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
They're retesting and retesting. And it's really it's not so much a pass or fail kind of test. So for him to say he aced it makes absolutely no sense.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It tests
I bet what it is to,
sorry?
Is to talk him into taking the test. They're probably like, oh, this is going to show you how smart you are. And we can tell the world how smart you are if you take this test. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll take the test. Yeah. Look how smart I am.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the smartest man in America.
He is. He is.
Yeah, he's the smartest ever.
Yeah. He graduated from the Wharton School of Business. For those of you who don't know, he was top of the class. So he's very well educated, a great education. He never wanted his grades to be publicized, and he made sure that his grades would never make it out into the public so that he could tell everyone how brilliant he is. Except that someone who went to school with him kept the announcement of everyone's standing when they graduated. He was, I believe, either 147th or 174th in the class.
Out of how many? Do you have any idea?
I think it was
175.
174.
Sorry?
I said probably out of 175.
Yeah. I think it was. It could have been 225, 250, somewhere in there, but certainly not at the top of the class. He was definitely at the lower end in the.
A couple of his former professors were like, he was the dumbest dude in class.
Exactly.
Yes, he's the dumbest individual we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Oh, and he's trying to say that he was so much smarter than Barack Obama that Barack Obama probably went to college and got a C average. No, Barack Obama went to Harvard and was what is that, cum laude or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Top of the class.
President of the law review with Harvard.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because even bring that up.
Nobody can check that. You can just tell the story. Nobody can check that. So here we go. We can carry on with Trump, of course. Trump has announced, and he has given the EU, European Union, the ultimate deadline to approve the trade deal. It's July 4th, and they better approve it or else. When he says "or else," he means business.
And this is the trade. This is the trade deal. This is the tariff.
Followed by, and thank you for your attention.
This. I'd
always
be
says
willing
that
to
at the end
start.
of his emails. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yes. Yeah. Whether or not the EU does it, I think the EU is more concerned with making deals, trade deals with each other and with other countries and leaving the US out.
I think so too. Yeah, I've kind of heard
Yeah.
some stuff like that.
Yes, there was, I think
They've been doing that.
Yeah.
there was, and I can't remember the exact number, like 2028 or even more of the world's leaders who met and might still be in Georgia, the country Georgia, working with each other and trying to form trade deals with each other. The US is not part of that. And
Surprise!
And Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, said to the group, it's very plain to see that the US is no longer a world leader, no longer, someone that we should be doing business with.
Yep.
So the EU, are they going to quiver until July 4th and give in, or is he going to taco much before then?
He probably will do the taco before then
He'll
because
taco.
so because he's not.
Countries Other countries have been looking to do business with each other since the whole tariff thing and him threatening Greenland and threatening Canada.
Yes.
They're all like, all right, well, until your cray is run its course, we're just gonna, you're out, and we're gonna do business with everybody else, and we're redoing everything. So yeah, that's what is he possibly going to threaten? He's already isolated the United States from everyone else, just like an abuser isolates their victim. It's the same thing, and everybody looks at you and goes, oh, you really need to get out of that abusive relationship. And there's some people here going, but he loves me. So until we can get him out of here, yeah, we're not doing business with anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of not doing business with anybody, and Cleo and Sherry, feel free to jump in. The Saudi Arabia has come out and said, we're a little pissed and we're not going to play this game. So here's the way things are going to go. All the things that we've been investing in the US, we could change our mind. And all the deals that we had, agreements between us, you stabbed us in the back. So you can't use any military bases in Saudi Arabia to go attack Iran or anyone else. Oh, and you can't even fly through our airspace. Sorry.
Wow.
I have a few cards for you.
Yes.
That's major.
Controlled puppet with retains authority.
Yes.
So that's how they retain their authority, is by controlling their little Donnie puppet. And then I got future time, shifting alliances. So as we go forward, they're shifting their alliances very clearly. And the last thing I get was earthquake shakeup and unresolvable differences. So no matter what he does to shake it all up, they're going to be like, yeah, no, bye.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you say, Cleo?
I say good for them. I mean, I love it that they've come out and said that, because anybody in the country that's around Trump, they can't say what they want to say.
Yes.
Because if they do, they lose their job, they get booted out, or they get their life threatened. So, no, I love it that they did come out and say, you know what, screw you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming in our airspace. We're not helping you out. This is ridiculous. You're having a war that is an unjustified war. And
Yes.
they're still trying to say, well, no, maybe it's not a war. Maybe it's a journey. What the hell did that mean? You know, a journey. Uh,
Sure.
it's just so it's just a constant embarrassment, and I can't wait for the day where the country will have to turn around and tell everybody else in the world, we are so sorry what happened. But, he lied to us for years, and a lot of people believed him. So this is what happened. And
Yep.
it'll take longer than it's ever taken before to try to
Yes.
get respect again for the United States of America. And that's just sad. It's really sad.
It is. It is because
Generations.
yeah,
It's
I
gonna
think
be
most
generations.
people in the world recognize and realize that this is the administration. It's not most Americans.
No, it's all Republicans. That's what it
Yes.
is. It's just
Yeah.
Republicans.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And Judy, you mentioned earlier that Saudi Arabia has the Epps files. They've got
That's
all
right.
that Yes, they've got all that
Well,
information. Go ahead.
The fact that the oligarchs are getting mad at him, that's a big tell of his days are numbered, because the
Yeah.
oligarchs, for him to make them mad and deny access and deny airspace and deny resources and have blackmail opportunity on him, it's going to be, well, do you escape? Do you dirt nap? What do we do? Because they're tired of waiting for him to dirt nap on his own, and
Yes.
whatever juice he's being given in his veins at the end of every month, that's keeping him alive for whatever reason. He's either going to be fallen out of a first-story window or be put in a care home or escape somewhere, but he's not going to be around much longer in one manner or fashion, because the oligarchs don't want him here, and it's really about what they want. So
That's
And
true.
who
Yeah,
knows?
the weekend
And then
of
we have
burning
cleanup to do.
has definitely been diluted. So
Yes. Yeah. I think especially stabbing Saudi Arabia in the back. It's like, are you really, Donald? Are you determined to meet Khashoggi? Because they can make it happen. MSB can make that happen, right? Like, yeah. So, I think that what Saudi Arabia is doing, make no mistake, they're looking after themselves. They really don't want Iran to succeed, but they also feel they've been let down by this administration. So for them, it's a matter of national defense, and for them, they see it as a successful outcome. Heads I win, tails you lose. So, and if they do have the Epps files, and let's not forget.
And somebody's asking about that too. If they really have the files, and they do. They do. A bunch of countries have these files.
Yeah.
everybody's got the files, but the American people.
Yes.
Well, we got the redacted version.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And
It's about power and blackmail and money.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
exactly.
And also, to release the files means there's a lot of self-incrimination going on. It's not just the United States that visited Zorro Ranch and Epstein Island. It's people from all over the world, and most of them were world leaders.
Worldwide.
This is a deep, deep, deep ring. So for them to release info means they also self-incriminate. So they need to figure out who are they going to throw under the bus, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
yeah, they handed him blackmail pictures. Yep.
Yes.
And when they first did it, there was a camera view showing he was not happy, and it showed, you could kind of see it was him and a young woman, and they had multiples. He took one and put it in his jacket pocket, And then the Saudi prince kept the other. Well, it was no, not the Saudi prince. It was that other real estate guy that he was doing business with. The Saudi prince was sitting there laughing at him.
Laughing.
F-45
Exactly.
was not amused, and it was that camera angle where they showed it was very quickly taken down, and they showed the other news angles of where you couldn't tell what they were and all that after that.
Yes.
But it was, they've got blackmail on him, and he knows it. So
Yes.
You have to have a sense of
and
humor.
they
in order
paid
to be
Kushner
good.
$200 billion, and it's all.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? That's a good question. Is Saudi Arabia going to get in touch with Jared Kushner and say, Jared, we want our money back?
No, because he's managing their money. That's why they're paying him. Is because he's their money manager, conveniently enough. And so that's what the money is for. And so no, there are deals all around, but as long as he takes care of their money, they pay him his $2 billion.
Yes.
Or $200 billion,
Yes.
whatever it is.
However,
too much money.
Part of him managing their money is to be able to provide access, to be able to have things done in their favor. The fact that Donald and the administration just stabbed them in the back. Jared, what are we paying you for? What are we paying you for?
Well, and Jared is making a boatload of money. I mean,
Maybe they're going to try to install Ivanka.
I don't think so. I think Ivanka is trying to just steer clear of all of it. She doesn't want to. It's interfered with her family. They've threatened her kids and stuff. That she's worried. Yeah, for a while there, she was worried about going to jail. So right now, nobody's talking about that, and that's fine with her.
Yep.
Well,
and also how extremely likely he abused her as well.
And united front. So
probably.
No matter how relentless.
Sherry, say again.
Oh, I said I've got relentless determination with united front. So they're very relentless on what they want and what they expect him to cough up. And they're willing to put on the facade of a united front up until it gets to the point that they can no longer cover him, in which case they'll either start another pandemic or they'll figure out a way for some kind of natural disaster that's maybe not really natural to occur.
Wow.
And that's what I keep getting. So
I've
actually gotten this several times. That scares me.
Yeah, that's pretty crooked. I mean,
Nick. Absolutely.
Well-placed artillery can mimic natural disasters or create natural disasters to occur, depending on where you aim. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as long as we're talking about world leaders, Russia is having their May Day parade, which is on the 16th, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And generally, that's a big parade where they get to show off all their weapons and all the things that they possess, that they can use against the world. And Putin is generally there looking very pleased and so on. Well, Putin has been on the down low. He's kind of, he's keeping himself, let's say, underground. And it came out today that apparently there will be no tanks in the parade.
Darn.
I know. And it's almost like, what? No tanks? No, surface to air missiles? None of this stuff? could it be that maybe you don't have any because Ukraine
They're all
destroyed
broken
most
down
of
in
them?
Ukraine. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
They've been using horses in Ukraine. They're out of
Yeah.
vehicles.
yes,
Well, then that
So
explains the lack of it in a parade.
yes. Now,
Mhm.
I did mention on Tuesday when I did Taco Tuesday with David and Gary that it's entirely possible that maybe Trump can lend them the same tank that he used in his parade.
the
Yeah,
squeaky one.
the squeaky one. Yeah, totally.
That was
So
priceless.
yeah. So can we take a look and see what's happening with Putin? He's been laying low. He has not said a whole heck of a lot.
He's
And
not
is
well.
yeah, is
I-
how unwell is he? Is he like 6 feet unwell?
I don't think he's that
Well,
unwell
I think
yet.
he's been 6 feet unwell for a while. So which one of his doppelgangers
Well,
is
and they
unwell that they're
think
going
you guys speculate. You think that that's the story, but you're right. We haven't been hearing anything about him. We haven't been hearing anything about Ukraine. Um, because Trump just kind of dismissed the whole thing, and apparently we're not sending aid of any kind to
Yes.
Ukraine. And
Well, Zelensky's getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
oh
Is
wow,
he?
Yeah.
great!
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not.
He
I
just
did
got
not hear about that.
declared that he was getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
that
So
bitches.
that's gonna really make
Oh, that'll just
the
that'll
current
just
president.
they'll just fry Trump. He'll just
That's
be like,
amazing.
"What? I'm not getting it."
Wow. Okay. We know that the oligarchs aren't exactly happy with Putin either, because he's having an effect on their bottom line. And when I said, okay, is he possibly 6 feet under or whatnot? Okay. I got targeted attack for money and power and succession plan.
Wow.
I think that they might very well use the parade on the 16th to announce that he has transitioned. We'll see if Swan Lake starts to play on the radio or TV. That's what it is. Or if they're going to say that he is stepping down due to failing health. But that would be a good
I don't think they'll ever
opportunity
say
to do that. Yeah. So
I drew some cards.
Yeah.
I got Hidden Clause, which goes with classified knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a difficult decision, which is going to have to be made with the surveillance record that they're pulling up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a good idea of who's pushing whom out of the first floor window.
Uh-huh.
Well, I get the feeling that Putin is just happy as hell that it's not focused on him, because yes, there is something wrong with him right now. So for him
Yes.
to be in the background and to have Trump doing all this stuff in Iran and all the just the whole mess that he has created, he's fine with that. Go with it, because he's not. There is something totally wrong with Putin. I don't feel the same way you guys do about that he's 6 feet under or anything. I don't believe that, but I could be wrong.
Hey, so we could be wrong
So
too.
could we?
Well, he's still in the middle of a blood transfusion.
So Hope Suzanne wanted to know, she says, I know those cards are Trish James, but which deck was that from? It is the Governance Oracle.
I've been using the governance and I've been using the prediction.
Yes. Yeah, because the Governance seems to be the one that is the the most accurate when it comes to things like this. Besides, it said that there was going to be, that Melania was going to turn him in. So this is my new favorite deck.
So just a little bit of a change of
I pulled
subject.
some
Did you?
cards too.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
go ahead. Go ahead.
What you got?
Sorry.
No, go
I know
ahead,
there's
Judy.
a delay with
Go
my
ahead,
video,
Judy.
so I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so I got Page of Pentacles. So they're trying to figure out what to do with him. I think what's their path forward, and how do we handle this? Because Russia still wants to keep hold of their power and their money.
Right.
So what do they do with this guy? And there's a new plan afoot as to what to do with Russia's resources, also knowing that he's completely decimated their resources. So he's outlived his usefulness, so they may just let him die, whether he's already there or not. They may just let him die. And he's on the defensive. He's trying to hold his ground, even though he's always, just like F-45 purports that he's the one in charge and all that. There are bigger players at play that run the world. He is not the end all be all, and he's on the defensive right now. And he's got some real tough decisions to make. And it's figuring out that sword cuts both ways, and it doesn't matter which one he grabs which blade he grabs a hold of, it's going to cut him. And he's having to use his intuition and his wits to guide his way through, and it's not working out well. And he is on the defensive, and it's all about money. It's all about the oligarchs, all about money. So that's what I got.
And I believe this song was "Who Runs the World?" Girls.
Girls, yes.
Girl, yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Totally. What were you going to say,
Or we
Cleo?
should anyway.
That I don't know if anybody was paying any attention, but Marco Rubio visited the Vatican, got together with the Pope, and when they do this kind of thing, they exchange gifts. And Marco Rubio, God, what a fool! Bless his little pea-picking heart. I mean,
Oh, God.
he
Did he
really,
give him his shoes?
he really does try. No, I mean, the Pope is from the United States, and he's a big fan of baseball, and I don't know if Mets, Yankee, I don't know. I don't know that much about
From
baseball.
Chicago, it'll be the White Sox or the Red Sox.
Okay, then that's probably what he do. And so Marco Rubio thought it was a good idea to give him a little small crystal football that had the presidential seal on it. And the Pope didn't know how to react. And he gave Marco a pen made out of a certain material that was meant to talk about peace and stuff. Well, Marco's got this little tiny crystal football. I'm thinking, what are you doing? I mean, it just another embarrassment for the United States that they don't even know how to react to the Pope, and they come up with something that he's not even into. He doesn't care about football.
I was really hoping he was going to get excommunicated, but
Yes. I think the Pope is saving that for
That
JD.
goes right along with Kash Patel having his own crystal bourbon decanter with etched, and has his name on it, and has his seal on it, and says whatever number of FBI leader he is or whatever, and that's what he filled with his bourbon, and that's what he gives as a gift. And the one of the there was a newspaper that called him out and pointed that out and said, what, how is this appropriate? The FBI isn't even supposed to admit that any of them drink, I mean, how is that appropriate?
Right.
And of course he's an alcoholic. And so he's like, well, so they called his office, and they're like, oh, well, it's tradition and it's normal. And then they're like, great, show us where it's normal, show us where it's been done before. And of course they couldn't.
Yeah.
And then more people came out and talked to this reporter and said, No, this isn't normal. This is not tradition. This is purely Cash Patel, and it's purely him being an alcoholic and an egocentric jerk. And that's all this is. And they called him out. So now he's suing this newspaper and suing this reporter. And the reporter's like, "Bring it! Like I've got my sources. Bring it."
Yeah, really.
What are you suing me for? Audi? Like really?
Yeah,
You want me to disclose? Because I will. You know, there's such
That they're ridiculous.
it's a bunch of
They are.
alcoholic high school teenage boys. That's what
Yes.
it's like having them
So
all.
many unqualified, just totally unqualified personnel in this administration. It is just
It's like
mind-boggling.
We have no
It's
business.
an embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Totally. And you know, it just occurred to me that Rubio, you know, maybe in his mind, in his little body, that might have been a big crystal football. You know, in his world, it could have been big.
I'm telling you,
It's
so little. It was only,
big.
I think it was only about this big. I mean, it was just a
Yes.
little crystal football. I just
Well, then that
crazy.
means he just measured it with the president and said, "Oh, it's bigger, so this will work."
Yes.
Yeah. What? It's 6 inches. Isn't that big?
6 inches. 6 inches. Oh my goodness. Well. I think let me see. The other thing that I thought that we might take a look at real quick is, you know, the shooting, quote unquote shooting at the correspondence dinner. I got some
The
questions.
shooting.
Yeah. So
Do you?
question number one, Trump has he doesn't like to attend the these meetings,
Correspondence thing.
correspondence things,
Not until now.
and yet he
Yeah.
chose this one.
You have
The-
to have a sense of humor to watch comedians.
yes,
Except they banned comedians this year.
yes, exactly. There was no comedians allowed. So yeah, he's going to go in there. This guy apparently, when he came out of the room, and if you watch the video, I'm sorry, staged. Okay, staged.
Oh, you think it was staged?
Yes,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
yes,
I didn't realize that.
100%.
yes.
Totally
Yes.
staged.
You think that guy running out of nowhere, coming through all these Secret Service people, and then running around and acting like he's got a gun? Well, he
It
doesn't
was
act
the-
like it. He's got a gun. You
It
think
was
that's
the
staged?
least security they have ever had anywhere. And they had the president and the vice president in the same location and no security.
No security.
And this is why
Yeah.
we need the ballroom. But okay,
Exactly.
staged.
Right? One thing leads
Yeah.
to another.
Yes. You see him on the video. He goes where they have the metal detectors. There's a room, and you see this guy walk into that room. Where he hid that gun, God only knows. But so he goes into this room. There is whether it's a police officer, FBI agent, whatnot. He's got a security dog, and the dog is kind of sniffing at this guy, and it almost looks like the dog handler and this guy are having a conversation. And so the dog handler moves out. The dog kind of follows him. This guy runs out with the gun. He's not really aiming at anyone. He's just running out with the gun. The cops are like, "What happened?
What do we do? What do we do? Where did he go?
Yeah."
Yeah.
Flies past them. Let's say that
It's like
the
a
one
Three
group
Stooges
of-
movie.
yes, the one group of officers that would be, let's say, to the south. There was, I think, 2 or 3 of them, and then there was 3 that would have been directly opposite them, so north. One of the guys in the south pulls out his revolver and starts shooting, and he's actually the guy that shot the officer. The guy who they said did the shooting didn't do the shooting. Okay, so how come here's my questions, and I'm ready, willing, and able to be educated. Okay, how did this guy get through the security? Number one. Number two, within minutes of that incident happening, he was identified. We knew where he worked. We knew that he had a manifesto. We had pictures of the weapons that he had. We had pictures of the bullets that he used. And yet, you know, the guy who shot at Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, still have no pictures of the gun that he used. No pictures, not a whole lot of information. Oh yes, thank you, Connie B. And they had this guy's fingerprints.
A little preloaded, huh?
You know,
right around the time when Trump has got the lowest poll ratings, you know, that this should suddenly come up. But you notice that it didn't help. It did not help the poll ratings. All their setup, staged attack. Unfortunately, nobody got hurt. Did the guy that went running through with the gun, did he ever get a shot? Did he ever shoot anything? Did he let go of the gun? See, I didn't know that there was actually the guard that shot somebody else.
Yes.
Because he had the vest thing, the bulletproof vest. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's like
gets better and better. Gets better and better the more I about it.
I also don't think that was actually the real Melania. And did you see how he was absolutely fixed on her? And when the guy came over, the mentalist or whatever that guy is, came over and flipped up his paper, it was at that moment, that was the cue. It was that moment that triggered everything, so to speak. As soon as he flipped up the paper, and then as soon as he did that, Donald looked right at the fake Melania, and they started going, oh, you know, and they're in shock, and then he just smiles and smirks. It's like, yeah, he knows what's going on.
Yep.
It was so staged. And the guy that grabbed JD, there was a guy that he does stunts, like Hollywood stunts. And he said the way that JD was grabbed and the body twist and how he was grabbed, he goes, we would have been fired if we were doing this in a bad B movie. He goes, it was clearly beginner level stage work on how to do that. The way that the bodies turned and everything, he goes, it was completely staged. And that's like 101 stuntman stuff, the way that the bodies were turned and how he grabbed his jacket and everything.
Well, yeah, he grabbed his jacket by the shoulders and just lifted him up. And I thought that seemed a little weird.
When you watch it, when you watch it in slow motion, JD's the way that their bodies are turning, they're turning in tandem at the same time. He's not being drugged. They're turning in tandem at the same time, and there's no force actually dragging him. He's got his jacket, but not JD. And the way JD turns, like the stuntman broke it down into this is how you do stunt work. And clearly a beginner level person was doing this. Obviously, JD hasn't done stunt work before. Right. And so that it was completely staged the way that they did that and their body movements in unison and everything. And the only thing that wasn't staged or wasn't planned was F-45 accidentally falling on his face, and then they couldn't get him up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll give you a few cards real quick. Military control that came out reversed. So that tells me there was no military control. A sighting disclosure, they went out of their way to make sure that all the line of sights were lined up with the cameras, so everyone would look pretty. And then I got the lovers reversed.
Yeah.
Which just kind of speaks for itself. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And Mibs, yeah. Carolyn, leave it. Said that, just before all this. Oh yeah, don't worry. Shots will be fired. And her husband had told someone that and this was heard by someone who was sitting at their table. He told one of the I think one of the other reporters to be careful. You know, just be careful out there, or something along those. You know,
yeah, her husband. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea. But it just the fact that so much information came out about this guy, the fact, and immediately after information about him, we need the ballroom. We need the ballroom. We need to build the ballroom. It was like everyone got the same memo, and everyone said, okay, at such and such a time, as soon as you hear something is going on at the White House dinner, post this, because they all used the exact same language. Different people.
Exact same talking point.
And even Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying, what in the world happened? Why is the manifesto suddenly out there for everybody to see? Normally that would be not public information, because it would create a copycat or some, you know. And so even she, I'm warming up slightly to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She's got
still don't trust her, but hey,
right.
Yeah, point it out. Talk to your people. Talk to your people. But anyway, yeah.
Get your people to call my people and straighten out the mess.
That's right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, just like the voting outcome from Butler. Yes, thanks, Book. Yeah, absolutely. It, you know, they've lied so many times about so many different things that it's hard to believe. It just doesn't add up quite right. So anyway, we are well over the hour, not by a lot, but by a little. So I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us and for being here, and for, you know, you're chatting to each other and whatnot, and that is fabulous.
Good conversation going on in the chat.
Yes, yes. And I'll remind you again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to everyone's channels. It helps us get the message out. And you want other people to enjoy the things that we do, because this is a fun show. We're fabulous.
On your phone,
well, we're having a good time.
You pull it up tomorrow on your phone, you probably will have an option where you can promote it. You can, whatever the little, you can do so many points and hype it.
Yeah. Right, there you go.
You can't hype your own video, but you can hype other people's videos.
Exactly. So there we go. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marina.
Thank you for doing this. We're on the 21st. We're going to be over at Judy's house, and Judy will be our hostess.
Oh, wow.
So
looking forward to
looking forward to that, and I'm sure it'll be a fabulous show, and I'm sure that we're going to have lots to read on, and God willing,
there's never anything to talk about with politics right now.
I know.
It's so
breaking bottom of the barrel
every day.
God willing, something comes up. There you go. All right, everyone. Take care. Be good, and we'll catch you all later. Bye for now.
Bye.